Hello, Internet, and welcome to my live reaction for the final chapter of Hiromu Arakawa's Silver Spoon, chapter 131. Yeah, at long last, the good people at Sense Scans have finally translated the final chapter of Silver Spoon, so let's get on it. When we last left our heroes, we opened 4 years after the high school graduation, and we see President Okawa is working on expanding the farmland for the Ginsaji company to use. But we spend most of the chapter. Oh, we find out that great grandma Mikage is dead, which is tragic and awful. But you know what? She was old, so she lived a good life. But the main crux of the chapter is a kind of getting the gang back together as Aikawa. After hearing that Yoshino is coming back from France after 4 years, is trying to get the gang together to go out and get drinks. He gets Aki, and he tries to find out where Hachiken is, but she doesn't know where he is. They also then get Tomoko and Yoshino, who is, again, back from France, with her new French boyfriend, Andre. We find out that Beppu is running a ramen stand in Russia. Tokiwa has 2 kids, a wife who is pregnant with a 3rd kid. And then finally, Aki remembers that Hachiken is on a business trip, and we cut to him in the middle of nowhere, super fucking lost. So let's go into our final chapter of Silver Spoon after that lengthy introduction. We have the magazine cover here as Hachiken, Aki, and Inaba, I'm pretty sure. Imaba? Has to be Imaba, right? No? Hold on. Fuck, what's his name? Why am I so bad with names? Komaba. Sorry. My last Silver Spoon video, you may recall, was kind of a blundering mess, and I really don't want this to be that again. But we're just gonna take it by ear, I think. So again, we have Hachiken in the same kind of vague suit he had at the end of last chapter, along with Aki and Komaba. Thank you, Izono. Final chapter. Labor, cooperation, and rationality. The agricultural coming-of-age comedy packed with sweat, tears, and mud. Experience the passion one last time. We open with a color page. A bird caws in the clear sky. Clear skies, golden fields, a hazy horizon, a phone with no connection. Hachiken looks down at it, frustrated. The popular agricultural coming-of-age comedy has come to an end. Where am I? We see, a huge wheat field, nothing to be seen. A whopping 32-page conclusion. The agricultural coming-of-age comedy packed with sweat, tears, and mud. An endless golden field. The boy who lost sight of his future. The boy who hated dreaming. A future full of hopeful encounters blooms. Final chapter, the story of Yugo Hachiken. Alright. We see a narrator. He is in Russia. Around here. It's kind of... you can see on the map where it is, but it looks to be near the Chinese border. Hachiken's all grown up, but as is custom, and he remembers someone saying, "Just head down this road and you'll see me," is what he said, but Russia is too freaking big. He's lost, and he's beyond the border. This makes me think of when I was a freshman working on Mikage's farm, and I walked all the way to Komaba's farm. This road is so straight it makes me think I'm going the wrong way. Are there bears in this area of Russia? Tigers? And he hears a rumbling in the distance, and it's a whole brigade of tractors mowing the wheat. Our agricultural coming-of-youth comedy comes to a conclusion in eastern Russia. What's this loud rumbling sound coming towards Hachiken? And yeah, one of the tractors is pulls up to a stop right in front of Hachiken. His mouth drops. The guy in the tractor. "So you managed to make your way here, Hachiken?" "Komaba? Hey! Are we gonna find out what he was doing in France 4 years ago? Or what Yoshino thought he was doing in France?" Anyway. "Komaba! Yo, you didn't get lost, eh? I don't even think it's possible to get lost on that road, but I was getting real distressed. If if there was at least a mountain or something, I'd have that as a landmark. Yeah, there ain't a single mountain, hill, or body of water, no matter which direction you look. This ain't Hokkaido. It's all flat here. Hachiken, why'd you come dressed all fancy? You told me you had business you wanted to talk about. Here's my business card. And so they get in a pickup truck and start driving. A bank in Hokkaido has been investing in agriculture here, the Amur region, for a couple of years. Japanese-Russian cooperation? Yeah, it's a joint venture between the Japanese bank and Amur Oblast. The Russian folks around here seem like, I don't know, calm? Or maybe down to earth. They're like, all you gotta do is plant some seeds and something will grow. Huh. The permafrost has been melting due to global warming, so there's a ton of land that can be used now. They're so easygoing and just let us use the land like it's nothing. I guess it's making a good thing out of a bad thing, but I don't know how sustainable, that's gonna be with global warming on the rise. You want to use my land? Go ahead. My only condition is you gotta practice Russian and drink vodka with me. Dang. Then they get out of the car, they're walking somewhere, Komaba turns back to him. And then, first year they planted soybeans Japanese style. They harvest 1.5 times more yield than the previous year. Just how laid back are these Russians? It's all about being direct. And Komaba, stops and turns back to Hachiken. Everything we've built up till now. It's all because we've just been straightforward. They flash back to the silver spoon at the Izono dining hall. They both just look at each other and smile. And we see someone calls out in this whole next section is in Russian. Ichiro, you done with work? Yeah. Let's play baseball. Show me your forkball. And Komaba kind of grabs his muscles. If you want to throw a good forkball, you gotta build your muscles. And Hachiken just thinks to himself, I have no idea what you're saying, but I have a feeling it's about muscles. We continue more Russian. Your hands are small, so you gotta focus on throwing with your thumb and index finger. But don't overdo it, yeah? You'll sprain a finger. And Hachiken tells him, Komaba, you're good at Russian. Alexandra taught me. Big reason I got hired here in the first place was because I could speak Russian. I should probably learn Russian too. I was surprised that no one here spoke any English. Then Komaba tosses a baseball. Also, sports are a universal language. And we cut to him hitting the baseball. Whoa, yes! It's someone else hitting the baseball, but Hachiken and Komaba are watching. And Hachiken asks him, is baseball popular in Russia? Not at all. I'd totally make the Koshien if I'd played here. I showed these kids my forkball and curveball, and they ate it up. They asked me to teach them. Their parents built them a baseball lot. It's like Field of Dreams. Looks as big as Izono's. Speaking of Izono, Sakuraki-sensei played a big part in laying the groundwork for me coming here. I owe him. Me too. Because of him, I made a ton of contacts in the pork industry. And Hachiken then turns to Komaba. Komaba, are you planning on running a farm here? That's the plan for now. There's a great deal of uncultivated land here. I think it'd be great if we could strike a deal to use the docks near Vladivostok to trade with Hokkaido. We see Vladivostok is near the coast. It's a pretty straight shot from there to Hokkaido. We'd be able to get cheap animal feed to Hokkaido. From Hokkaido, we can export materials and farming equipment. My hometown is 1,500 kilometers away, but within that distance is land with a great deal of potential. There's no way we shouldn't take advantage of this, you know? And Hachiken looks at him and smiles. Aren't you afraid of what might go wrong? Someone's got to do it, or no one will. And the baseball goes flying, and of course it almost hits Hachiken, then Komaba catches it. After all, my ancestors were Hokkaido pioneers. When I think about that fact, I get all fired up. Foul ball, he just catches the ball, And he tosses the ball back to the players. But they don't really sell land to foreigners, so if I want to start a farm here, I gotta find a Russian bride first. Seriously? You want to marry a Russian girl, Komaba? What about you? Huh? You and Aki thinking about getting hitched soon? God, we're still in school! We see, classic Hachiken there. But then he starts, blushing over Aki. But Aki's feelings for me are so pure and wonderful. Our dating is progressing so smoothly. And Komaba just glares at him. So annoying. Aki Hachiken or Yugo Mikage. Which do you think sounds better? Yugo Mikage rolls off the tongue better. Oop. Roasted. Though also it does work because like Mikage is the family that has, um, I guess like already has like a foothold in the farming business, whereas the Hachikens were like, what does Papa Hachiken do? He like something with businesses, I think, stocks and bonds and all that good shit. I don't remember. Anyway, um, um, Komaba saying that kind of like knocks the wind out of Hachiken's sails. Yeah, I think so too. You guys are gonna be happy no matter what, so who cares? But then Hachiken starts kind of like blush and stammer. But at any rate, this pork business doesn't go well. Marriage would be out of the question. Komaba looks at him and frowns. You're still as serious as ever. And Hachiken starts to really focus on his business. I need to get my hygiene manager license from college so that we can build our own manufacturing plant. How many more years do I have? And he starts thinking, as Komaba looks at him, keeping up the pork business of yours really kept you motivated, huh? Then the Russians come over. Ichiro, you and your friend should join us. Isn't it boring to just watch? And Hachiken asks, huh? What are they saying? And they're like still pointing at Hachiken, so he figures it out. Huh? Me? They want you to hit. They think all Japanese folks are good at baseball. Hachiken kind of blushes. That's not true at all. But he still like steps up to the plate and loosens his tie a little bit. But, well, it shouldn't be too hard to hit a kid's pitch. And, like, the umpire, I think he's the catcher, actually, goes out of the way. And instead of getting a single catcher's mitt, he gets this whole, like, net behind Hachiken. These shoes don't grip well, so this might be a bit... it's Komaba! Oh, I forgot about it's the reference to the chapter, Komaba's the pitcher, I mean. And I forgot about the chapter where he needed someone for like batting practice, and Hachiken happened to be there, right? And he like accidentally hit Ichiro in the dick. Wasn't that what happened? What the hell? You gotta be kidding me! Revenge for the past. That was a fly out, so I lost! And we see, the ball bangs into the net. It's a sound effective choice there. As Hachiken is just, like, stone-faced at it. And, like, smoke, rises up from where the ball hits. And Hachiken's kind of, like, wasting away. I want to go back to Japan. Komaba throws another ball. I won't let you! We both came all this way to Russia, so why are we even playing baseball? The umpire throws the ball back to Komaba. Ball, I know what you mean. Back when I was a freshman, there was no way in hell I imagined I'd end up here. Like, why are you raising pigs now? Who saw that coming? Good fucking question there, Komaba. I have no idea. It kind of just happened that way. At any rate, Komaba, didn't you call me to Russia for a reason? Oh, yeah, I did. He's aiming for a home run. It's so cool. The Russians don't understand what's going on, so they think he's trying to get a home run. One thing I will say, though, we have 15 pages left in the series. If the final chapter does not give us any kind of, like, Hachiken Aki moments, I'm gonna be really mad. Because those two deserve the world. Anyway, Hachiken, you should raise pigs in Russia. And Hachiken kind of freezes. What? You get right in time for another strike? Yes, strike! Yay! I took a look at Okawa's social media. Y'all got a lot of pigs now. You should be able to have pigs grazing in these cold lands. Hell, you already have proof that they can. In this area of Russia, there's a huge demand for meat, but not many livestock farmers. If you want to do it, now's the time. And Hachiken freezes for a moment before he starts, like, shaking. You trying to con me? You really asking me that? If you want to raise livestock, this is seriously the place to do it. If it's so good, why don't the locals do it? And he tries to make a swing, but he completely misses. The umpire calls strike. I told you, I want to connect Russia and Hokkaido. You operate from Otaro. I'll take Vladivostok. This isn't just a con, you're talking like a mob boss. If you refuse, I'll hit you. You're not qualified to be teaching Russian kids how to play baseball. They call me Ichiro of the East. The real Ichiro would never do something so cruel. And that's a reference to a famous Japanese baseball player, Ichiro Suzuki. Who, of course, shares a name with Komaba. I ain't gonna hit you. I was serious about everything else. Is there any guarantee that I'd be able to make a profit? Nope. Hey! Nope, but I thought it'd be fun to join forces with you. Let's do it. And he throws another ball. And I think, did Hachiken hit it? Oh no, it didn't. It didn't. It was. I saw the ball was not. It like curved down, and Hachiken missed, of course. Um, so I'm trying to like put my thoughts into words about this offer that Komaba is bringing up. Um, I don't really know what I think about it. I don't know enough about livestock farming to piece out like what exactly is in it for Hachiken to go out to Russia besides just like palling around with Komaba, which admittedly I'm not opposed to, even if we won't get to see it because there are only 10 pages left in the series. Anyway, what was that? It curved down at the end. Yes, strikeout. That's my win. Ichiro, wahaha. Hachiken kind of like puts his back down, like leans his head on it. This is tough. Well, yeah. I mean, you got your own life to live. This is seriously tough. You know, I decided to become someone who would never deny someone else's dreams. Wahaha! Yeah, that totally sounds like you. And I gotta say, raising pigs in this huge open land sounds kind of fun. Then it's decided. It's not that simple. Big companies in Japan could bring in their veggies, too. Organic vegetables made from pig compost sell pretty well. But hey, wait! The Russians, I'll ask, what are they talking about? Can we swap with them soon? And one of the Russians tries to say something, and Hachiken looks back at him. What? And the boy comes up with his baseball bat. I'm supposed to leave the batter box. Sorry. But he still stands there for a moment and pauses. And then he says, he like tries to mime something to the Russian, and he says, no problem. Phew, I was able to mime what I wanted to say. And one of the players looks confused, and Komaba kind of looks at him. And Hachiken gets in like probably like a batter's pose. Hey, Komaba, one more pitch, winner takes all. Huh? I already won. Quit your bullshit. You were weighing me down with all your talk. As a representative of Ginsaji, I will consider your proposal earnestly. I hate this part about you. Now I'm really thinking about hitting you. We see Hachiken wavers for a moment at that. Alright, you don't know till you try. Bring it on, Komaba. I'm giving it my all, so you better put your back into it. No way, go a little easier. Shut up. Next up is my forkball. Be ready. Please just throw it straight. Yeah! And I guess he loses. Because there's no way he won that pitch. Anyway, Hokkaido Izono Agricultural High School. Sensei, I was thinking of starting my own business. We see it's, I think that's a new student. The Sakuragi Sensei. Oh, what type of business? I love making food that uses tomatoes, so I want to manufacture tomato-based products using my family's produce. But I don't think that's something a high schooler could do, and everyone around me says it's a bad idea. I need to become an adult before I even consider it. And Sakuragi takes a bite out of the tomatoes. Oh, these tomatoes are delicious. Right? This year's crops really went beyond my expectations. And Sakuragi looks at him and smiles. Starting a business as a high schooler, I understand your anxieties, and I understand why those around you would be concerned. And I'm not sure what the best advice would be to give to you, is what I would have told you years ago. I once had a student who ran away from his competitive scholastic life to Izono with no goals in mind. Yeah, I think this was a years later thing. And we're gonna see, for the last few pages of the series, how Hachiken impacted Sakuragi. When he first came here, the boy was a disaster. But a girl invited him to join the equestrian club, and he joined, although begrudgingly. But he didn't have the courage to quit. He never made a pizza in his life, but he set his sights on it and did just that. He gave the pigs cute names and got depressed when it was time for them to be butchered. At his first part-time job, he spilled milk everywhere. Oh boy. I'm about to feel something. He and his buddies escaped the dorm and were punished. He decided to raise a dog he found on the school grounds. He overworked himself because he couldn't say no to anyone. He collapsed on the day of the school festival and couldn't participate. He joined a Russian crab boat to help his friend pay off his family's debts, and the other teachers stopped him. No, he didn't do that. He got the worst score in inter-high history with the equestrian club. In December of his senior year, he decided to take the college entrance exam after all. He wanted to date the girl he liked, but her father wouldn't permit it. All the students are listening. Man, I'm getting anxiety from just listening to this. He couldn't even get permission to date the girl he liked. There was also the time he blew up his boarding room. That's right, that did happen. This guy sounds like trouble. And so one of the students asks him, so did that guy even graduate? He did. And before he did, he started his own business. And the original student lights up at that. And these wonderful and carefree pizza parties that we have, that was him too. If you ever want to know more, just ask about the boy who sowed so many seeds. The seeds that Hachiken sowed. How many dreams are connected to them? The final volume 15 goes on sale February 18th, 2020. Well, that was a while ago. Hiromu Arakawa-sensei is weaving a new story, so please look forward to it. Silver Spoon, the end. Okay. So yeah, this is the end of Silver Spoon. And I'm struck by how much I would have liked this series to have, not been so chopped up with hiatuses. Just because, like, when your series stops and starts as much as, like, late game Silver Spoon did, it's really hard to, like, keep a hold of what it's trying to do, when it's, even, like, down to what its plots are. But, like, its themes and its character development is all kind of lost when you take years off. So yeah, I will talk a little bit about what I'm disappointed by. We don't get any college-age Mikage and Hachiken. Why not? Why were they separated the whole time? Like, that's kind of the relationship we built this series. Like, so much of the series was about that relationship, and then we don't get any of it in the finale. In the final, and like the whole last 2 chapters, that are, we have 1 chapter for the Mikage side and 1 chapter for the Hachiken side, but we should see them together. But enough complaining about what could have been. Let's focus on what is. And primarily, I just want to say this is a much simpler chapter than the last one. The last one had so many different, like, news events and characters and so much shit going on. And the bulk of this chapter, the first 30 pages, were just Hachiken and Komaba and no one else. And I think that honestly kind of worked in its favor. As much as I would have liked to, like, last chapter did all of the, epilogue work with seeing Beppu's ramen stand and Tokiwa's wife and kids and Yoshino's boyfriend, and I mean, we don't really see too much has changed with Aki and Aikawa, or even what's her name? Inada, what's her first name? The rich girl at Sapporo, the one. Fuck, starts with a T. Why am I being dumb right now? Hold on. Tamako. How did I forget Tamako's name? I don't know. But I do kind of want to go back and reread the whole series in, like, one sitting. Which I almost did when I was reading it for the first time. But just, like, these last, I think, 7 chapters, with just the way Silver Spoon's release was the past several years. But yeah, I don't know. I'm trying, as I said earlier, I don't know enough about livestock farming to really say a lot about, Komaba's plan to bring pig farming to Russia, and we don't actually see what comes of it. We don't, like, in this little epilogue, we don't see anything about Hachiken. We see how he impacted the teachers, which I guess were, like, the one group of characters we didn't really see in these last 2 chapters. But we don't know really what happened to Hachiken. And of course, we end on the Silver Spoon, which is fitting, I will admit. But yeah, I'm trying to think of what all to say to sum up Silver Spoon, which is a hard thing to do. Silver Spoon was about many, many things. It was a weird show. And I wonder from time to time what exactly I was not in anime fandom when this series started, which is a weird thing to say. But, like, I've always kind of wondered what the thought was when, after finishing, her magnum opus of Fullmetal Alchemist. People found out that Arakawa was writing this kind of, agricultural coming of age comedy. I was going somewhere with that, but I don't know where I was going. I don't know. It's one of the there's a weird thing when you finish a series, right? Like I've been reading. I first watched the first episode of Silver Spoon. It was July of 2013 when the anime came out. I was 14 years old. I'm 21 now. I was just finished my freshman year of high school. I just graduated college the other day. And I don't know. I don't know if I have a point with that. Just like the way that a story stays with you. And it's weird to be like, Silver Spoon is over. But it was a good run while it lasted. As I said before, I feel like it lost a lot of the drama. In the early years, it was a great blend of drama and comedy, and as it went on, it just kind of became a comedy, which is not in any way a bad thing, but I feel like the later chapters don't have the incredible highs of things like Pork Bowl, things like Komaba's farm being lost. Like, those are like the peaks of Silver Spoon, and nothing in the later years really matched that, which is too bad, but it's not exactly an awful thing. Because it was still very funny throughout its entire run. I don't know, I'm trying to, like, think of the idea, like, what exactly the idea was behind... I can kind of understand in broad strokes the idea of separating Hachiken from the entire cast. Of having his final chapter be this really kind of grassroots, back-to-basic storyline. Though I will say, it does not answer what exactly that random thing was of Yoshino thinking she saw Komaba in France. That never gets brought up. Despite the fact that was 2 chapters ago. I think it was, right? It was 2 chapters ago, I think. She sees him in France. Let me take a second look at that. Yeah, it was the end of 129. Yeah. And that's just never brought up. I don't know. Silver Spoon is just a weird series. I really like it. And I think if I go back and reread the whole thing in like one fell swoop, I will like it even more. But for now, this is Silver Spoon. It was weird. We watched this dumbass boy grow up. And I'm really happy to have been along for the ride. And I wish we would have gotten to see more of what happened to him in the end, and see some of him and his girlfriend. That we spent a lot of time on their relationship. And we didn't really get to see it. But, I don't know, I can't be mad. Because I loved this series. I really did. This is a weird chapter to end it on, and that it's so different from everything that came before. So I want to take a minute and talk about this last blurb here. Hiremu Arakawa Sensei is weaving a new stories. Please look forward to it. I'm never going to turn down Arakawa manga, because I think Arakawa is one of the greatest manga authors of all time. Full stop. Fullmetal Alchemist is a masterpiece. I don't think there's a better manga in the world than Fullmetal Alchemist. But also, given the problems that... I have not, I admit, read the Arslan manga, but as far as I'm aware, it has not had the hiatus issue that Silver Spoon has had. So I think whatever she does next should be after she finishes Arslan. However long that takes, I don't exactly know how far along Arslan is in its plot. But I don't think working on 2 series at once really agrees with Arakawa. So yeah, I think it'll be I don't know, I might start covering Arslan soon. We'll see, just to have some more Arakawa in my life. But yeah, what else is there to talk about? I don't know. I'm sad to see it go, but I'm happy I was here for it. So that's all I've got. That's all Silver Spoon's got. So, yeah. That's all I have to say for this video, this chapter, this series. I hope you all enjoyed Silver Spoon. I hope you all enjoyed following me reading Silver Spoon for I mean, I guess it's been 2 years, even if it's only been 7 chapters. Um, yeah, if for some reason I appeal, watching me read manga appeals to you, I have plenty of other series to check out, like Fairy Tail 100 Years Quest or Eden Zero or Boruto. We recently added One Piece. Also, we might have a certain red-haired princess coming along. Not Snow White with the red hair, which you already got, but another one in the next few months. So be on the lookout for that. But yeah, that's all available to you if you want. So feel free to like, subscribe, or do whatever makes you happy. So remember, your life is your own. Okay, bye.